That was weird because I clicked start streaming and then it did not start streaming. And then I clicked it again and then it started streaming. Okay. I clicked it again and then it started streaming. Audio check. Sounds good. Okay. I can hear myself. That's a good sign. Welcome in. I am not the first person to my own stream, so welcome in, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let me also just drop my own message into my own Discord. Okay. All right. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in Chan the Magic Man. Welcome in GipsonLens. Welcome in Felden Kane. Hopefully everybody is doing well. It is hard to believe, but tonight is Magic Stream number 176. That's a lot of... Barney of the Rubble, welcome in. How's it going? Enter Sandman. I don't even know if I have it. Hey! E-Room. Welcome in. How's it going? Chan says, hi, Barney. Felden says, hey, Nam, hope you're doing well. Can't really complain, Felden. I mean, I could, but, you know, we're not gonna. It's near the holiday time. We don't want to make things feeling negative or anything. So, but yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well this evening, this night. This is the last Sleight of Hand Sunday before Christmas, but not before the New Year because I'll be able to have one next week, and it will be between Christmas and New Year's. So, but I did have a couple of tricks lined up tonight for Christmas, including one completely experimental. I haven't even done it for YouTube yet, so. Chan says, ooh, nice collection in the back. Yes, you guys have now noticed that I have a slightly different backdrop. And let me just tilt my head a little bit. Here, you can see a Iced Flame X. Welcome in, and thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Let me find the Twitch deck right here. I'm actually also putting on cheating gloves at the moment. And if anybody was curious about what cheating gloves are, this stuff, sort quick. But hopefully everybody's doing well. So anyway, where were we? Oh yes, sort quick, and then Ice Flame X. Thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. I know that we did do a bunch of shoutouts. Chan, thank you for doing all the shoutouts for everybody, and we will get to those just in a second. As soon as I find. Ice Flame X signed King of Spades. Thank you so much for the resub. All right, guys. I see that we did some shout-outs, so let's go ahead and shout everybody out now. If you guys are not following our friend E-Room, guys, please give our friend E-Room a follow. E-Room, known as the Pope of Indiana, does a bunch of different types of streams, in real-life streams, community game streams, streams where he opens up Kinder Eggs, just chatting, so definitely give our friend E-Room a follow. Also, E-Room likes to enter chat with a bang. I mean, here anyway. I don't know how you enter other chats. I just assume that E-Room wants to enter every chat with a bang, but there's very few streams that has a bang for E-Room. That series of words might have sounded weird, but that's okay. Alright, guys, if you're not following our friend Iced Flame X, please give Iced Flame X a follow. Iced Flame X was last seen play Call of Duty Mobile. All right. I don't think I caught up on what you were doing last time, Ice Flame. So, yeah, definitely follow our friend Ice Flame X. Guys, you're not following our friend in mod, GipsonLens. Please give GipsonLens a follow. GipsonLens. Oh, hold on. I'm going to also hop up here. Guys, please give our friend GipsonLens a follow. GipsonLens is a pianist and a composer. Composed a bunch of his own originals. Released his first album earlier this year. Is a software developer by day for Double Fine Studios, and that studio recently released a game called Keeper. We even played that on stream, so that was pretty cool. Great game. I would recommend Keeper to anybody. So, Ice Flame X says, I was just testing something for a friend. Oh, for the mobile okay, I see. Yeah, for mobile. So I find that playing mobile and then having it stream could be tough unless you're also streaming from the mobile device. But then also it's like, can your mobile device handle like the hardware like requirements. So yes. And then, of course, guys, if you're not following our friend and mod Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan the Magic Man, one of the other few magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule. Definitely give him a follow. Catch him on Magic Mondays. Um, Last magic stream I caught Chan doing, it was Peekaboo Draw's birthday, and so, um, but yeah, definitely give Chan a follow. Catch him on Magic Mondays. If you catch him other times, he's playing retro games. He's playing Grand Theft Auto. So definitely give Chan a follow. All right. So, and then also, I don't know if we got one in for Felden Kane. Guys, we're not following our friend Felden Kane. Felden, Felden Kane is a variety gamer, plays a bunch of different games, is also a software developer. Cool guy, also plays a bunch of JRPGs. I love JRPGs. Full disclosure, the Steam Winter Sale is in effect right now, and I spent a little bit of money to get some games. So, in light of potentially doing some full-time streaming, or at least, streaming during the the day in January, I stocked up on some games. So, Keo Demon, welcome in. How's it going, Keo Demon? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for the gigantic crazy law, by the way. That guys, you're not following our friend Keo Demon. Please give Keo Demon a follow. Q Demon, also a variety gamer, has played a bunch of different games, including Hades, including Legends of Dragoon, and more. But Q Demon also a fan of Magic the Gathering, where we have done some card tricks with Magic the Gathering cards here. So Felden Kane says, "Thank you kindly for the shout out, sir. You're welcome, Felden Kane." And Q Demon says, "Hola all." All right, so it is the Sunday before Christmas, and all through the week I was thinking what magic trick you all should seek. I literally just came up with that right now, so I did not prepare anything. But let me just start with a trick. Um, you're the best around! Thank you, Q Demon. Greatly appreciate it. No, you know what? You guys are the best. Everybody here who is a streamer, I know that everybody here, and really every streamer, puts in a lot of time, effort, dedication. Like everybody deserves to be recognized. And sometimes I know sometimes it's like stream is like busy or something, and I miss you, so I'm sorry, but definitely let us know if you want to shout out. And everybody deserves. Everybody follow everybody. Everybody's cool. Like okay, all right. So, thank you for opening up the trick list. Chan the Magic Man, the trick list is open if anybody would like. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the first one, and we will get it opened up. Oh, ads in 3 minutes. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. So, you know what? I'm actually going to do the undocumented attempt at a first trick first. So, we're going to do that because I should hopefully be able to do that in 3 minutes. All right. So, first things first, here we go. You see nothing in my hands. If I shake my hands, you can't hear anything. I know that there will be filtering through the microphone, but just trust me that when I say you can't hear anything when I shake my hands, there's nothing. However, if you guys have heard of the Polar Express, if you believe in Santa Claus, you may be able to both see a bell and then hear a bell. And so now if I shake this, you might be able to hear it. If you were here, you could hear this now. Now I'm going to go ahead and shake my hands. If you were here, you would not be able to hear anything. However, all I have to do is, Alstro Art, welcome in, how's it going? And there we go. We've got another one. Now if I shake my hand, you will be able to hear that. And now if I shake my hand, you won't be able to hear anything. And then if I just go ahead and I materialize another one, now if I shake my hand, and that, my friends, is, and hopefully I got that in before the ad break. Awesome. I think we got it in before that. Alstro watched the Polar Express on Friday. Excellent. So, also, yeah, that was a brand new, came up with it. I was actually trying to do some research to see if it was like anything else. And there's a couple of things that aren't like my style, and I decided, okay, that's not really my thing. But I was like, I wanted to try and figure out something like this. So it's a magical method to generate bells that ring, and you can shake your hands, and there's no ringing. So it's like, where the hell did the ringing bings, ringing bings, ringing bells come from? I could call the trick ringing bings. If I make that trick and it appears as though it doesn't exist, I can name it whatever I want. Elster Art says the book was better. Oh, you hadn't seen the Polar Express before. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I have seen the Polar Express before, and I like the film. They do add a lot to it, but yeah, the book is like a cleaner, more streamlined experience, in my personal opinion. So thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Alstro Art, Charlie's Beats, Feldon Kane, E Room, and welcome in, Charlie. How's it going? I got to do the Gibson eyes so that we don't feel bad. Also, if you guys are not following our friend Charlie's Beats, please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Charlie's Beats, a musician, composer, video gamer, also famous, music Twitch famous chatter. You know, at this point, I've just attached the word famous to Charlie because everybody knows Charlie. So. All right. Okay. So, ads. Okay. So we got the ad thing going. Okay. So excellent. Thank you for letting me know, Chan. Appreciate it. And then, okay. So we have a couple. Let me get ready for my first trick here. And, yeah, so I'll have a story about a gig that I did last night, and then I have a story about Magic Club last week. Or wait, did I tell? That was last week. Yeah, okay, it was last week. Guys, if you've been sitting around for a while and you have not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. Tonight I have um, peppermint cocoa. So around this time of year, I like the chocolatey ones. Thanks for catching that hydrate, Chan. Okay, but whew, it's been a week. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, if we're still in the ad break, so for anybody who's subbed, we'll probably hear this. So yeah, my last interview that I thought went really well, I did not get to continue on. The email that they did tell me, they said that I was a strong contender. The team enjoyed meeting me, and it was a very tough decision. But they went with somebody else, and I was like, oh, the company seemed cool, and I was like, all right. So anyway, such is life. Back to the old drawing board, I guess. Okay, welp. Yep. So currently still doing okay for the time being. I am doing magic gigs, which I did get a magic gig for last night, and so that was exciting. Um, so, all right. Are we almost done with the ad break? I think hopefully we should be back. All right. Okay. I'm going to start the trick. I don't think there'll be anything too crazy before, so if the ad break ends in between, I think this will be okay. All right, so first things first, I have a deck of cards. This deck of cards is called the DMC Alphas. Why is it called the DMC Alphas? Well, they're designed by a magician named DMC. Well, his name is Drummond Money Coots. We do agree that it is a strange name, but I guess maybe that's why he calls himself DMC. Also designed by Phil Smith, I believe. So, but what we are going to do is we are going to need a random card selected from, I don't know, just like somewhere in here. So maybe, let's see here. One of, I don't know, yeah, one of these cards. So if anybody wants to, anybody on desktop, if you can click directly on the screen, one of these will be selected. Here we go. All right, I saw this one first. So that will be the selection. Okay, so I'm going to slide that out there. Okay, excellent. And then we're going to go ahead and cut the rest of the cards into about 4 equal piles. They don't have to be exactly, uh, cut up, but let's say, all right, that's probably about good. And we're going to do something completely unfathomable. We are going to be turning some cards face up, and we will be shuffling cards face up into face down. Oh yeah, for those of you who have never seen this deck before, the deck consists of a lot of letters, and then the two jokers are yes and no. So that's why you see those two there. But most of the English alphabet, there are two of each letter, except there's like a few, there's like 3 E's and maybe like S's and T's and something like that. Only like 1 Z, 1 J, that kind of thing. Alright. But I have... Oh crap. If we were going to find your card, it would have been way more impressive if we lost your card first. You know what? Hold on, I'm going to try and grab this heat map first. Delicious. Alright, so you know what? We're actually going to use... I have a Christmas ornament here. I have a Christmas ornament here. And I'm going to use this as a magic wand. So if you guys have seen this before, there's actually an emote. If you're subbed, you can, you know. But, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just wave this over the top of the deck. There we go. Did you guys see it? You guys see it? Yeah, Alstro Art's got it. Kyo Demon's got it. There you go. Okay. So here we go. I believe if this will work, I think I actually have to show you guys something interesting here. Some of the cards are face up, some of the cards are face down. Actually, let me fan it this way. It'll be easier to read. So here we have the letter M, E, R, Y, huh. Then we've got C, H, I, S. Do you guys know what it's... You know what? If you guys can guess what this is. T... Wait a second. That doesn't seem right. A... M... S. Alright, well... It's almost there. So, important question. What do you think your card that was selected was? Chan the Magic Man says R. I think if that is correct. Alright, but I guess you guys see the obvious discrepancy. This doesn't say Merry Christmas just like this. It says Merry Christmas. However, wait, I'm a magician, so we can do something with this. Alright, hold on. I'm just going to wave this directly over, and hopefully the cards should fix themselves. Okay, ready? Huh! Did anything... It still says Merry Christmas, right? Okay, one more time. Huh! Nope. Okay, alright. Oh, you guys know what happened? Okay, so whatever... So it says Merry Christmas. This is now... So if we actually take a look at this ornament, it actually says Merry Christmas. And that, my friends, is Play It Straight Triumph Merry Christmas edition. There you go. Merry Christmas, everybody. And if you really want to know what Merry Christmas is, it's celebrating either the commercialization of Christmas or not celebrating it. Thank you, Kylie, for the claps. Kyo Demon, Felden Kane, Chan the Magic Man, E-Room. And if you guys haven't seen that before, hopefully you guys got a good laugh. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Alstro Art. All right, so fun story about Tuesday. Tuesday was our, thank you kindly for the claps, Ice Flame X. Funny story on Tuesday. So I went to the local magic meeting. So it was our December magic meeting. And I was told that somebody needed to teach a trick or a move. Um, and was like, hey, were you the one who volunteered for December? And I was like, no, I technically wasn't. I didn't volunteer for December, but if you need somebody, I can totally do it for December. And he was like, okay, it's going to be you. And I'm like, all right, good. So I had like 7 hours to put together like a little mini lesson for something. Of course, I did a card thing. So I was like, all right. Um, so if anybody doesn't know, and I think lay people know that this exists as well. So I don't think I'm quite giving anything away. But there's a move called Prack Bang. Thank you so much for the raid. Um, Prack Bang is raiding with a party 15. Welcome in, raiders. How are you guys doing today? Thank you for shouting out Prack Bang. There's a move called Prack Bang. No, there's not a move called Prack Bang. However, no, the move is called the double lift. But welcome in, raiders. How's it going? So if you guys aren't aware, Prack Bang is Mary Amber's alternate Twitch account. So if uh, Chan, can you shout out Mary Amber's main account? So if you are not familiar with Mary Amber is, thank you kindly, is a comedy singer, and that's probably the best way I can. How cool! We've managed to finally get to see you online. Excellent. Well, welcome in. Let me introduce myself for anybody who hasn't met me before. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled this weird way on Twitch. I like to do sleight of hand card magic on stream, and I do other things, but for the most part, on Sundays, I try and just do sleight of hand magic. So actually, you know what? Just for the raiders, I'm gonna go ahead and do some tricks right now. So if anybody wants to see anything really quick, so I'll get back to the trick list in a moment, but and I'll get back to talking about the magic meeting as well. So first things first, let's go ahead and select a card. And if anybody who is on desktop, feel free to click directly on the screen. We should get a marker on one of these cards. Doesn't matter that I know what it is. So this appears to be on the eight of spades, it looks like. Pat Cat Amber says, I'm usually stuck in the office at this time. Woo, for working from home this week. Excellent. Can't comment with Prack Bang as it isn't a verified account. Oh, my apologies. I believe I don't know if I said it or something. No, it shouldn't be, because we've had other people randomly come in, but anyway. Um, well, thank you so much, Mary Amber, for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. If let me know if well, I don't know if you know the names of magic tricks, but if there's any card tricks that you think I may know, I could do something. But so we've just picked a card. So here's a card. This is the eight of spades. So the eight of spades. I'm gonna go ahead and place this into the middle of the deck. Say right there. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and snap. When I snap, that's gonna bring our selected card, the eight of spades, back up to the top. I know it's a little bit strange. Thank you kindly for the follow. Roddy must Rodimus Time Lord. I think I'm reading that correctly now. I'm going to go ahead and place that back into the middle of the deck, but if I snap my fingers, that will actually bring the eight of spades back up to the top of the deck. Now, we just got the power. We don't want to waste it. Look, I'm not going to snap right now because I'm going to show you the top card on the deck, and it's not our card. That's some other card. But look, if I snap, that will bring the eight of spades back up to the top. Some people think magicians will do some sneaky things, and to that I would say, yep, you're right. But I'm going to leave this sticking out. You'll know that it's the same card because it had been previously signed, the eight of spades. Now I'm going to take that, I'm going to put that into the middle of this packet. I'm going to take this whole packet and place it into the middle of this packet. Some people believe magicians will hide the card on top. Some people think the magicians will hide the card on the bottom. Not the case, not until we snap. And that will bring the eight of spades back up to the top. I know, strange, right? Strange. So let me go ahead and pull out all the eights. We'll do another one really quick, and then we will get back to my magic meeting story earlier this week. Okay, so here we have the 4 8s. Now what I want to do with the 4 8s is that I want to turn them all face up, but one card at a time. However, if I was to hand them to you, you might just turn them face up like this. But that's not magical, and so we're not allowed to do it that way. So instead, I'm going to hold the packet, give it a magical twist. If I give this a magical twist, that will turn up one of the 8s, in this case the 8 of hearts. Now, now don't break your gaze, this is the part that gets people. I'm going to hold the packet and give it another magical twist. The 8 of hearts will turn itself face down, and the 8 of clubs will turn itself face up. I know, it's hard to believe, but look. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to hold the packet, give it another magical twist. 8 of diamonds will turn itself face up. I know. Is that weird? That's weird, right? We do have one more that we want to hit up. It is the 8 of, what is it? 8 of spades. But here, let me show you all the cards are face down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Warlock, says Kyo Demon. But look, I think it's tired, right, from the last trick. So even if I hold the packet and give it a magical twist, that magical twist, I don't think will turn up because it's a little bit tired. Maybe it's lazy. Maybe it just doesn't have any more magic. If I give this 2 magical twists, no, it's still, you know what? You know what I think it needs? It needs some magic from Twitch. So actually, can anybody who's on desktop click directly on the screen right now on this packet? That will represent you providing some of your magic. If anybody's seen K-pop Demon Hunters, it's like that spirit thing that comes out of everybody who's singing at the end. So go ahead and click directly on this packet. Patcat Amber says, nice, that shouldn't happen. Someone should fix those playing cards. Can you return those to the store? Patcat Amber, I cannot return these because these cards were actually from TwitchCon Vegas 2023, and these were custom made for my interactive workshop that we put on during TwitchCon that year. So, Kyodimus is golden! That's right. That's absolutely what I was referencing. Bay JMB, welcome in. All right, looks like we got a couple of heat maps in there, so hopefully that was enough. Oh, that makes sense. Twitch cards being glitchy. You know what, Pat Cat? That's absolutely right. So, let me go ahead and spread the cards and show you guys that that magic was enough to turn over the 8 of spades. And that, my friends, is a couple of tricks for our raiders. Alright, so let me see here. I'm just going to give myself some credit for doing those tricks because I like to keep stats on my tricks. Oh no. Kyo Demon! Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs! Thank you. Oh my god, alright, so I don't know if you guys know. Alright, there's so many emotes on the screen, but after the emotes clear, I don't know if you guys know, during a hype train here, I have to try and do as many magic tricks as fast as possible. So, here's what we're going to do. Alright, let's go ahead and pick a card, and, we're not going to go through the procedure because, it's precious hype train time, right? Hype train time. So let me go ahead and grab a card. Here's the card. So the card, remember the Jack of Clubs. Felden Kane's actually in chat right now. So, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and place that into the middle of the deck. Now, no pressure, lol. No, only barometric. And then we're going to go ahead and shuffle this just a little bit. Now, here's the thing. We're going to need to do something completely radical. And I'm going to go ahead and flip half the deck face up, the other half face down. We're going to shuffle those in together like so. Okay, and then we're going to push those in. Now, if you have OCD, please look away because this might be very disturbing just at this very moment. Okay, all right. So now just to show you guys how messed up this is, right? We've got cards face up, cards face down, and everything's all a big mess. So actually here, so I'll show you how bad it is. A back to a front, right? A front to a back. There's like a hair even in that's gross. That's probably my hair, by the way. Oh my god, Ice Flame X, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Okay, but I don't know if you guys, hold on, let me find like another, here's a, alright, I'll wait for the emotes. I'll wait for the emotes. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Patcat Amber. Welcome in. So even a back to a back, alright? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just If I snap, that will fix the entire deck. I don't know if you can tell, but the entire deck is now corrected. Every single card is facing in the exact same... every single card except for one. And that one card is... yes, you guessed it. The Jack of Clubs. All right. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. Tony Donnelly has got the handfish emote already. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have this as a selected card, okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and place this into the middle of the deck like so. Now I don't know if you guys know, but I can make the entire deck jump around 1, 2, and 3. Did you guys see it? I just made the entire deck jump around, but actually it jumped around the entire deck jumped around except the one card. It jumped around the card. So what was that card? I believe it was the Jack of Clubs. That's correct. Boom. Okay. So now let me go ahead and find the other Jacks because we've got a few of the Jacks. Surprisingly, just very close. Right there. Where's the other Jack? Jack. Here. Okay. I have the 4 Jacks right here, and we are going to go ahead and do something interesting. Now I'm going to show you no magic right now because look, I'm going to place the Jack of Spades right here, the Jack of Clubs right here, and if I do no magic, Spade stays here, Club stays there, no magic. Correct? Correct. Alright, so, but now I'm going to demonstrate what happens when you do use magic, okay? So here I'm going to go ahead and place the Jack of Spades down right there. I'm going to place the Jack of Clubs down over here, and now here's the magical part. I just swapped them. I know you don't believe it, but now these are actually going to be the red Jacks, and over here is the black Jacks. Strange, right? Strange. Okay, so I'm going to use these same Jacks. I'm going to turn the black Jacks face down. So just remember which ones are face up. So right now, the red ones are face up. Similar to the last trick, if I reverse count these, nothing happens, the red ones are still face up. But all I have to do is, okay, nope, sorry. The red Jacks are face up in the middle. If I don't do anything, they're still face up in the middle. But if I just go ahead and do a shake, this shake is the thing that changes everything. That shake will actually make the black ones be the face up in the middle. And if I show you, is that weird? That's super weird, right? Once again, we'll do that again. If I just go ahead and I reverse count these, nothing changes. The black ones are still face up in the middle. But if I go ahead and I give this a magical shake, this magical shake actually changes everything because now the red ones will be face up in the middle. I know, it doesn't make any sense, but there it is. Is that strange? That's super strange. Welcome in, Alchemmutation. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, hello. Okay, wow. So we're going to get a bunch of sound alerts right now because they all got delayed because of the music. So thank you so much for... Let me just make sure... Oh, the hype train isn't over, guys. I have to continue doing magic. I don't know if you realize I still have to continue doing magic. So the hype train's not done. Music's done, but... okay, all right. So let me go ahead and... Oh, full disclosure. During my magic gig yesterday, I totally messed this trick up yesterday. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try and do it right this time. So I've set aside the 4 Jacks to be our helpers, and they're going to help me. Let me go ahead and, if somebody was here, they could say stop, but we're going to stop on a card. That'll be our selected card. So in this case, the 6 of diamonds. The 6 of diamonds. Felden Kate, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Alchemmutation, thank you so much for the 5 bits. So 6 of diamonds. Okay, so remember 6 of diamonds. I'm going to leave that right here. Okay, and so thank you so much for the 100 bits, also art. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Jacks to help us out because now I'm going to flip these Jacks face down over here, and we are going to try and do something super cool and interesting. So the 4 Jacks here, 6 of diamonds over there, but all I have to do is wave my hand 1, 2, and I don't know if you can tell, but now all those 4 Jacks have become 1 card, and this 1 card that's right here, if I spread, has become 4 cards, and if I show you that 1 card is indeed our 6 of diamonds, and those 4 cards that are there now are the 4 Jacks. Is that weird or what? So weird. Whew. Okay, well, thank you so much for the hype train, everybody. Let me go back. I did miss a bunch of chat. So, oh wait, I got a Guys, I got a choo-choo emote as well. Yeah, all right, sweet. Thank you kindly for the claps. Alstro Art, Chan the Magic Man. Um, yeah, let me go back and catch up with chat and thank everybody properly. So, um, Keo Demon, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. And Ice Flame X, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs as well. Pat Cat Amber, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Inspiration, making me want to practice some more. Pat Cat Amber, you let me know if you want to do some magic. We can talk magic. Alchemmutation, thank you so much for the 5 bits. Felden Kane, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Alstro Art, thank you so much for the 100 bits. And the emote with the was eyebrows. Alchemmutation, thank you so much for the additional bits. And hype train complete. All right. Whew. And okay. All right. So mostly important because if it was still going on, I would just have to do more magic as fast as possible. All right. So who do we get? Jimmy Page got a gift sub from Keo Demon. Mary Amber got one from Keo Demon. On Me got one from Keo Demon. Samet the Turk got one from Keo Demon. And Rob Ankelagon. And then Ice Flame got gift subs for Starmancer Shoe, Tony Donnelly, Pat Cat Amber, Rose Bengali, and Galvos the Green. So, and Galvos the Green, welcome in. How's it going? All right, let me see here. Catching up with chat. Felden Kane says, "My magical shake brings all the boys to the yard." And let me just say, your magical shake better than yours? No, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I would have to say my. Look, guys, I don't write music. Okay, that's why I do magic. It's I'm very bad at this music thing. Um, all right. I usually listen to other people's music on Twitch. All right, choo choo. Dang it, says Alchemmutation. Um, all right, Mike 2600. Welcome in, Mike 2600. Ha ha ha. Sorry. Hi 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 hi. Bar gig report. Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet, Mike. So let's go ahead and thank you for the gigantic emotes, Alstro Art. And then adds in 3 minutes. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like want to play cards. Hold on, wait. I have to try and sing that right. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like want to play my cards. Sorry if that was terrible, or you're welcome if you guys got a chuckle. Um, let's see. I remember that from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Oh my god, I haven't heard about Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged for years, but I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. So first of all, I watched like Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually recently watched a Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube thing where somebody went through and explained how many times Yugi cheated at cards, and I'm like, yeah, he does cheat at cards. That's true. um, from like 20 years ago, lol. Yeah, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is still hilarious though. It's you know. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I think I'm caught up with chat. I'm Mike 2600 at your leisure. Okay, great. So I know that the queue has a bunch of things, but let me finish up the story. Me at Magic Club. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, I'm part of the Society of American Magicians chapter in Rochester, New York, and went to the meeting on Tuesday. They were like, "Hey, somebody has to teach something," and somebody's like, "Hey, Nam, did you volunteer?" And I was like, "No, I technically didn't volunteer, but if you need somebody, I can do it." And then he was like, "Okay, yes." So now it's you. So now you're doing it. I'm like, okay, cool. I was given like 7 hours to put something together. I have to teach either a trick or a move. I decided that I would just go over a move. So for anybody who doesn't know, that this move exists. I think lay people know that the move exists, but it's called the double lift. And I didn't just teach the double lift, but I went through like the applications of the double lift. So I put that together. It was like a 11-minute like lesson, and then we moved on. But I also did that Merry Christmas version of the trick for the club, and everybody says Merry Christmas, and I know exactly what they mean. So they're relating to that trick. For anybody who was late to that trick, I'm sorry. It's the first trick. Sorry, the second trick of the beginning of the stream. So you can catch that later. Um, but anyway, so yeah, that was good. Adam7950. Fun fact, I keep watching Penn and Teller fool us, waiting for Crazy Asian to show up. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Adam. I am not yet going to be on Penn and Teller. Maybe one day, but not today. So, all right. We do have 3 tricks in the queue, so let's go ahead and do one before it burns a hole in my pocket. I don't know why it would specifically burn a hole in my pocket, but, and you know what? We're going to use the clubs, and we are going to use, let me see, the 3, 2, 4, and Queen of Clubs, because Chan the Magic Man requested the trick, and I like to use the card that the person signed if they have signed a card. Which, by the way, if anybody would, if anybody would like to sign a card and has not signed a card, we have a way to do that. So, thank you kindly. And then where were we? Oh yeah, looking for. You know what? I can do the search for all the cards here. There's nothing super secret at this point. I'm looking at that. Okay. All right. So this is called the Devil's Elevator. For anybody who's not seen this trick, for some reason, a lot of other people who have seen this trick enjoy it. So it stands out in my mind as like a favorite amongst other streamers. All right. So here's what we've got. I have red 6s and 9s, and just because, not besides from the meme, if you look at these at certain angles, you might see 666. Now, I want everybody to know that hell is not just a religious place. It is a business, and as all good businesses, they have a maintenance elevator. Now, if you ever find yourself down in the levels of hell, and in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and place all. So here we have Chan the Magic Man. And then we're going to have the 4. And then we're going to have the 3. And then we're going to have the 2. And if you ever find yourself here in the level of hell, so I'm going to go ahead and place the 2 here in the second level of hell. And in order to escape, the easiest way to escape is you go into the devil's elevator. The door is closed. You press the up elevator button. The elevators will do their thing. And then hopefully that will bring you up to the uppermost level of hell, the first one. And in this case, ding! Excellent. Chan the Magic Man, thank you for the ding, because that elevator has just popped Mike 2600 back into out of hell. So now we're going to go ahead and have the 3 be placed in the third level of hell. You can see why. So normally we would have 2, 3, 4, 5, but Chan is going to be at the lowermost level here. So first, second, third level of hell. 3 gets into the elevator, closes the elevator, presses the elevator button. The elevator does its thing. And Mike 2600 says, very grateful to be no longer in hell. Oh, On Me has redeemed a premium deck. All right, so next, so I actually have all my premium decks right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it went from 3, 2, and 1, and now the 3 is up here on the top. ZD Major 7. Hold on, I'm gonna put my hands up here. Welcome in, Raiders. ZD Major 7, thank you so much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. How was stream? Hopefully stream went well. If we could get a shout out for our raider ZD Major 7. Sorry, hands over here. Not doing anything sus. I mean, sorry. This is what we call free misdirection in the industry. All right. Okay, so now for the 4. Some people believe that there are people in hell that we know already, but actually, ZD Major 7, thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Stream went well, but I need to go crash right now. Oh, okay. I understand, ZD Major. Well, thank you for raiding and bringing your community over. If you need to crash, totally understand. Have a good night. Sleep well. Get some rest. Do all the, post-stream things that you need to do. So I totally understand. Happy winter holidays of choice. Yes. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And then in a couple months, happy Lunar New Year, when we get there. So, but thank you, ZD Major 7. So once again, I'm just going to go ahead and refresh. So this was the 4, and we're going to go ahead and place the 4 into the 4th level of hell. First, second, third, fourth. And the 4 is going to know to get into the elevator, close the elevator doors, press the elevator button. The elevator will do its thing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pop up to the top. Now, some people think that there are more levels of hell, and to that I would say, oh, Charlie's Beads got it. Excellent. Thank you, Charlie. You know, there was actually a mechanical problem. The doors opened, and the 4 left, and then the ding triggered late. So there could obviously be some QA. So Charlie's Beats, thank you for the QA there. Anyway, some people think that there are more levels of hell, and to that I would say, yeah, you're probably right, but just for the purposes of this trick, there's 5. So the 5, sorry, this would normally be the 5, but there's actually Chan the Magic Man. So if we just go ahead and place Chan the Magic Man here in the 5th level of hell, all we have to do, Chan knows how to get out. Chan's a magician. Chan presses the elevator button. The elevator will do its thing. It goes from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. There we go. Boom. You know what? Because Charlie just beats QA, Hell must have just got on the case. Like he put in a work ticket and was like, hey, the bell is ringing a little bit late. And now Chan the Magic Man has reached the uppermost level of hell and is able to escape. And we look, and those were the same 6s and 9s that we were using the whole time. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator. And, all right. So, okay. That was, let me, you know what? Let me find some cards of uh, everybody who supported and rated and everything. So let's see here. And thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Felden Kane. All right. Let me just double check and make sure that I got everybody. But thank you so much to everybody who supported and rated. So we've got Q Demon, we've got Ice Flame X, ZD Major 7, thank you for the raid, Alstro Art, Adam, Alcommutation, Charlie's Beats. Let's see here. Then, yeah, so thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much also to Pat Cat Amber as well. And excellent. Thank you. Whew, okay. Whoops, I just knocked my phone over. Okay, so for anybody who tuned in to my last stream, Magic Stream, my backdrop is a little bit different. So I now have a bunch of stuff behind me. This was a DVD shelf. Now it's a playing card shelf. But what we've got is all of the stuff that was underneath the camera in my laptop here. It was like a huge mess. And all of this was down here. Now it is luxuriously spacious because all of that stuff is now back here. So, and I do see that On Me did request a premium deck of cards. The next trick is not great for a premium deck of cards, so we'll do it for Michael Elevator, if that is okay. All right. So, not sure if Ice Flame X is still in chat and is able to interact, or if because Ice Flame X might be gaming as well. But if not, we will need a volunteer. So if you are interested in volunteering and Ice Flame is not around, let me know, because we're going to be doing a trick called the 8-card Brainwave. While we're waiting for a volunteer, let me do a recap So I had a bar gig last night. So for anybody who doesn't know, I am currently unemployed, but I recently decided, hey, while I'm unemployed, let me try and get some magic gigs. And I put myself out there, and last night was my fifth magic gig. It kind of depends on how you measure gigs because I did like one instructional, and that was technically paid, so fifth paid magic gig, but like my fourth real like performing magic gig. But so this one was somebody who was trying to just get a quote for a half an hour, and I'm like, huh, I kind of feel bad quoting for a half an hour because it's still kind of. So I was like, you know what? I'll quote what I was going to quote, but then I told them I would stay out for an hour, and they originally had me going to a bar, but then they found out that because I was discussing with the client that it wouldn't work well if there was like live music like at the same venue where I was performing magic. And so they were like, "Hey, we have to change venues because there's going to be live music at the place we were originally going to go." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, thanks for remembering that." And so switch the venue. It was only like a 5 minutes additional drive for me to get to the other venue, so it was pretty close by. And then I went and I performed for. So the client booked me to perform some magic for his girlfriend or partner, and it went very well. It was maybe like a dozen, maybe 15 people max, but we took over like an entire back room. And originally it was just going to be a walk around. I would show some magic to some people and to some other people. But because we changed bars, it's like, all right, well, all their friends are here at this bar that they weren't going to be at. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do a magic show. So I basically did a magic show for an hour. And I royally messed up like two tricks, but I kind of hid one okay. The other one slightly less okay, but no big deal. But I think overall, out of all the tricks that I did, there was like 15 or 16 tricks. Messing up one or two, not too big a deal. Good news, everybody had fun. At the end, everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Like they said, somebody's words exactly. They were like, "Uh, I hate this, but I love this." Like they hate that they didn't understand, and then they but they loved it. So it was super funny. I had to tell them the story um, about how I got into magic and how it was like, well, I learned magic in 2019, and then when I was ready to perform for people, the pandemic happened, and it's like, oh, who else would I show? I would show my family, and at the time it was just my wife. Unfortunately, my wife hates magic, and they were like, no, and I'm like, yes. So, uh, yeah. Oh yeah, thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Felden Kane, Q Demon, and Q Demon says solid. Magic is for everyone, and I love that. Absolutely. All right. Okay. So, Q Demon, have you done this? Have you done this trick? So, this trick is called the 8 card brainwave. I'm going to try and get on the same brainwaves as you are. By the way, the manipulation may or may not have begun. I'm going to show you 8 cards. I want you to select a card, but maybe I could predict what you would pick. So I want you to maybe choose your third or fourth card that you would pick. And at this point, the camera will not break away. So you let me know which one you select. It's okay to tell me in chat right now, and I will show you that I knew. That I knew. Is this you, Q Demon, the 9 of Diamonds? Or is that somebody else? Let's just confirm. Yes, it is? Okay. Very well then, Q Demon. 9 of Diamonds. So I don't know if you can tell, but let me first place the 9 of Diamonds right here, because over here we have a bunch of blue-backed cards, but over here the 9 of Diamonds. The one that you picked happens to be red. And that, my friends, is the 8 card brainwave. Kyo Demon says, no! Was that long enough for all those O's? Maybe I maybe I embellished it a little bit too much. I spelled it K. That's perfect. Thank you. Not enough to be honest. Keo Demon. Oh man. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, E-Room, Keo Demon. All right. Thanks for that sound alert, Felden Kane. That was funny. That was funny. I'm gonna give it to you guys. That was good. So anyway, by the end of the 1 hour gig yesterday, uh, so I was told that after so my rate for the night was actually lower because I'm like, well, it was after hours for like putting my kid to bed and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I can go. It's probably not going to be too crazy. Everybody was super chill, super cool, but they were also tipping me in cash after the performance. Like not just them, but like 5 or 6 people like chipped in, and they were like, "Here, yeah," and they were like, "Tips," and I was like, "Oh my god," so overwhelmed. Like I felt the warmth, the love. I kid you not. I don't think they could have or like organized this, but between like the 5 or 6 people, guess how much they tipped collectively? If anybody wants to guess. And in the meantime, I will get ready for the next trick. Kiyodima says about 350. No, not 350. Whether it's $350 or $3.50. No. $200? No. No. GipsonLens guessed $69. The winner is GipsonLens. Indeed, they collectively tipped, and I have no idea. $69. And Q Demon says 67. Yeah, you can't pronounce that 67 right. You have to say $67. I have no idea how, why, like it just, I do not get. All right, so next up we have a request from Charlie's Beats, but we have to fulfill a premium deck, so I'm just gonna put Charlie's sign card on the table while I grab a premium deck. So we have many here. Let me pick one that certainly you guys have never seen before. Um, oh no, this one's perfect for the season because. So I'm gonna grab this one. Actually, you may have seen this when I got it, but I don't know if I've done many tricks with it. So this deck is called Santa's Sleigh Ride, and the box looks like this: Santa's Sleigh Ride, and it is made by. Let me see here. If anybody, Penguin Magic. So when I open it up, here we have the cards are kind of, and if you take a look at like the artwork, it's like almost 8-bit. It might be 16-bit because there might be one too many colors there, but so the pips are almost like pixelated, and here's the Joker's reindeer facing in the opposite direction. So there's the Jokers. All right. Oh, perfect timing. The ad break is occurring, so I'll show off the deck during the ad, and then after the ad break, we can do the trick. Okay, and then here's some of the face cards. Like this Jack of Hearts is an elf. These other jacks are also elves. Let's see here. Here we have a king. That's Santa. Here we have another king. Santa as well. So you have different glasses on each one. He may. He may. And then Queen, Mrs. Claus. Oh yeah, he does have different glasses for each one. Okay. All right. So the reason why I'm pulling out the kings anyway, not just because it's Santa's sleigh ride, but the trick coming up Michael Elevator actually uses the kings. So, and then we're gonna need a few other cards here. Actually, let's find a. Okay, let's see that. But yeah, these feel nice. They're kind of just made to same standards, similar standards to bicycle cards. So they are air cushioned. They they bend and they don't like they'll pop back. They're nice to like spring. I'm not very good at the spring, but I mean that's not bad. There we go. Some of the people at the gig yesterday, they were like, "Oh man, you shuffle so good," and I'm like, "Really?" And they were like, "Yeah, yeah. Oh man, you could just shuffle for an hour," and I'm like, "I don't know. I mean, I would probably get bored shuffling for an hour." So, all right, let's go ahead and perform Michael Elevator with um, these Santa Sleigh Ride cards. Okay. Kyo Demon says casino, as in like I don't. I mean, I suppose I could work at a casino, but I think if they found out I was a magician, they probably wouldn't allow me to handle the cards to be a dealer. So, um, and also like the nearest casino to here is like a 40, maybe a 40, 45-minute drive. So I'm like, that's kind of far. They already rig it, lol. No, no, no. I think they're afraid of dealers working with people who come in. Like, they're probably afraid of. But anyway, you know what I might be more qualified to do is if I watch people uh, dealing and maybe I could see them doing sleights, I might actually be more qualified to do that, especially with cards. But anyway, all right. So first things first, um, we have three black spot cards, and then we have the four Santa Kings. And so I'm going to go ahead and place the Kings. Let me see here. Okay. I'm going to place the four Kings out onto the table like this. And let's pretend that each one of the black spot cards are different elves trying to get Santa's attention to be like, hey, get in your sleigh, get up there. It's Christmas Eve. You got to go deliver your presents, buddy. And so here they come to the first stop and they do find Santa and they push him up to the topmost level here because now they're like, hey, Santa, you've got to get off your butt and, start delivering. He's got the sunglasses on and everything. And so he's like, okay, okay, let me go ahead and get over there. Later, they realize that he's not there, and they're going to try and find Santa again. And so all the elves jump on top of Santa, and they push Santa up, trying to get him onto the sleigh. And this time, he's wearing a different set of. This is like ski goggles or something now, right? And so they pushed him up on top of the sleigh, and now they're going to push him to the side just for a second. Next one, they're going to try and get, you know what? They're like, Santa, so they surround him, okay? So here they're going to surround him. So Santa's going to get put right in there. And I don't know if you can tell, but the elves are getting a little frustrated. So once again, they push him up to the top of his sleigh. In this case, he's now wearing like the skinny sunglasses, right? The king of clubs now. And then the final one, so Santa ends up just being missing again. And finally, the elves are like, "No, no, this we have to just leap on him and be like, get him up into the air." And they're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if you know, but all of that effort didn't go to waste because Santa has now gone up into the air, and he recounts all of his memories earlier because all of the kings are over here and all of the elves that tried to get him are sitting at the North Pole waving by and saying, good luck, Santa, as he flies across. to go deliver gifts on Christmas Eve. And that, my friends, I would say is the first time I did a Christmas version of that one, I think. And if I've done one before, it wasn't that memorable. So maybe this time it'll stick. But yeah. Uh, Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Charlie's Beats, Felden Kane, Keo Demon. Keo Demon says, I thought I knew, but I was wrong. I hope I got the epic dramatic intention behind that. So yes, this is indeed the Santa's Sleigh Ride deck. And Charlie's Beats has requested a redeem for the clear plastic cards. All right, excellent. So that deck, is it back here or did I leave it? Yes, that one gets requested enough. Probably between Charlie's Beats and E-Room, the most requested. So Tio Demon says, voice acting on the side. Ooh, I have thought about it, but I don't know how it would break in. Um, my only thought is like I could start on Fiverr and just being like, oh, offer up my voice. Because I think I do have like I've been told by certain people that, or not certain, but like a bunch of people just randomly, it's like, hey, you have a radio voice. Have you ever thought about blah, 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 radio? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like 1.9 APR financing, $3,000 cash back, that kind of thing. So, and then Q Demon has requested Magic the Gathering cards, which we do. Let me just double check. Yep, okay, so they are here, so I'll be able to do something. Okay. All right, let me first clear this, pun intended. And you know what? Let's see what the random gods have provide Apex Aces with clear plastic cards. All right, you know what? We're gonna have to do it because. All right, so this should hopefully take care of the clear plastic cards. So this trick is called Apex Aces. Oh, glorious! The aces are still here, still together, and we are going to try and use these aces to collect. Um, you know what? These are 4 different elves of Santa, and they need to track down 3 kids on the naughty list. Who are the 3 kids on the naughty list? Well, let's see. If anybody sees a card that they want to name that is on the naughty list, feel free to name it. Otherwise, I'll just grab 3 random ones. Actually, this won't be as impressive with the Jokers, so I'm going to remove the Jokers. Although I guess they're different. Like, they can be red Joker and black Joker, but I'll just take them out. Some decks have identical Jokers. Some decks don't have identical Jokers. Let me see here. I see one heat map on the screen, so we'll go ahead and use that one for sure. It looks as though it's the King of Spades. So here's one naughty kid. And then, let's see here. Okay, I don't know if I see any other ones. So we'll find 2 other naughty kids. So actually, the King of Spades, first naughty kid, brings along his buddy, the 3 of Diamonds. And they have a posse together with the 3 of Clubs. Certainly the King of Spades is the... Alright, so we have King of Spades, 3 of Diamonds, 3 of Clubs. There we go. And they are running around in the world. So here we go. Let's go ahead and put... They're going to go in 3 different places, actually. So here's 1, 2, and 3. So as you guys may or may not be able to see, they are placed into the deck at 3 different places. So they're not directly next to each other. Okay. And here's what we are going to do. Okay, we are going to go ahead and just shuffle this a little bit. Man, some of these are pretty poor shuffles. Okay, but now we're going to need to use the four aces to help us find our three naughty kids. All right, in the interim, I'm going to go ahead and eat this heat map. Thank you so much for whoever. Delicious. Thank you kindly. All right. So now our four elves are going to try and find the three naughty kids on the naughty list. Okay, so the elf of diamonds. I'm just gonna call them the elf of diamonds. Going to jump into the middle of the deck, search for the naughty kids to try and remove them from the list. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's already in the deck somewhere. Ace of spades, sorry, elf of spades. Elf of spades are going to be hopping into the deck. And now, I don't know if you can tell, but the elf of spades has now also jumped in there. And now the elf of hearts going to hop into the middle of the deck, because now if I show you, and then finally the elf of clubs. And you know why this is called the elf of clubs? It's because this elf actually carries clubs to smack naughty children with. And so here, the elf of clubs actually going to be going into the deck to smash some naughty kids' knees. Nope, sorry. Elves don't actually smash naughty kids' knees. Maybe figuratively. Whatever smashing a kid's knees means figuratively. All right, but look, if I show you, those elves aren't on the top. You've heard of elf on a shelf. Now get ready for. And the elves aren't on the bottom. But if I show you, if we look throughout the world, we'll be able to find that those elves have worked together in coordination. Because if I pull all of the other cards away, I accidentally took one. All of the elves are here, and in between them are three other cards. And those three other cards all happen to be, I'll give you guys one guess. You probably don't even need to guess. They are the three of clubs, the three of diamonds, and of course our ringleader, the king of spades. And that, my friends, is a trick with clear plastic cards. Chris M.Ye, welcome in. Thank you kindly for the claps. How's it going? Welcome in. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Happy holidays. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chris M.Ye, Charlie's Beats, Felden Kane, E-Room. Did you use a premium deck 31 minutes ago? Not 31 minutes ago. I did use the premium deck just a few moments ago. Yeah, we're actually up through clear plastic, so we finished clear plastic deck. So I have to do a Magic the Gathering card redeem. Thanks for asking, Bert. Chris M.U. says, same to you. Excellent. Thank you kindly. All right. Whew. Okay. So now I'm going to leave it up to. So I don't know if anybody knows. I'm not a religious person, but I have this very strange, how should I say, figure that I sometimes, I don't know if I look up to it, but I sometimes pretend it's like my God. And so let's pretend I believed that the universe was a simulation. Well, then what powers the simulation? Random number generators. You can probably see that there's a gamer in me somewhere. But so I have this app on my phone. It's let me show it to you guys actually. I have this app on my phone. Uh, Okay. Let me switch to here. So this app on my phone is called Chawazi, and it's a random. Basically, it randomly picks a finger. It's a free app, I believe, on both Android and iOS. I'm on Android, but any minor decisions that I have to make that I really don't care about the outcome, I use this. Oftentimes, my board game friends and I will use it to who goes first in a board game or something. But I will sometimes say, "Praise be unto the god Chawazi," and I'm not really like talking about a god, but I'm like the personification of randomness in real life, and I've given it the name Chawazi, which is this app. So um, pie inspired, yeah. so so there you go. The cool thing is that also if you have just I don't know why I'm advertising. I mean, there's no hashtag not sponsored, but you can change the mode. So instead of choosing one, this will group into how many different groups. So I just chose two groups, and it will split everybody into two different groups at random. Um, and so yeah, the number of touch points is limited by your device. I think I've seen Shawazi choose up to like 12 like taps. So, but anyway, where was I? Oh yes, praise be unto the god Chawazi. If that's what I will say. Okay. All right. So that was this. Okay. Next we have. Oh, so we had to do a trick with Magic the Gathering cards, and there's a request for coin matrix. So wait, let me see if can I do a coin matrix with Magic the Gathering cards. Wait, how else could I make it Magic the Gathering-y? There aren't like. Okay, we're gonna have to improvise, guys. We're going to have to improvise. Um. All right. Let me see here. Give me a moment. Well, oh yeah, actually we have to wait until the ad breaks over, right? So let's do that. Okay. All right. This is gonna be a little bit jank, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Oh no, it's a little bit more jank than I thought. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, alright. Alright. I don't know if this will count for the Magic the Gathering redeem, but I will use Magic the Gathering cards for this. So. Alright. Let's see here. Let me know when back from ads. Also, if anybody's been sitting around for a while and you have not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. I'm having a peppermint cocoa tea tonight. Okay. So, out of all of the things that I had right here, we had Magic the Gathering cards, and I'm going to be using a little bit of Pokemon right now, too. All right. Anyway, if you're still listening to this, that means you're subbed or you have Twitch. What's the premium no ads offering? Turbo? Is that Turbo? I think it's called Turbo. Um, but so yeah, I had a great gig at the bar last night. After I told them the the story about my wife not like hating match, like my wife hates Magic basically, and then they were like, you know what you should tell your wife? They just looked at me straight in the eye and they were like, you should tell her that you are like me, the shit. And I was like, okay. I was like, oh man. So I had to deliver the news today in my wife's office. We were attaching. By the way, my wife and I are now experts at putting together Billy bookcases because in the last 2 days we put together 3 Billy bookcases, IKEA furniture. If anybody doesn't know, but I was attaching one to the wall, and that's when I broke the news. And she was like, I guess you gotta." I guess they were right. I'm like, okay. All right, okay. Hopefully the ad breaks over. Thank you, Kylie, for the emotes. Kyo Demon, Felden Kane. All right. So what I have here are poison tokens. These are from these are actually from Pokemon, and so I'm going to go ahead and place these into. These are going to represent our coins today for this version of the coin matrix. And then for our cards, we'll be using Magic the Gathering cards. Now these aren't just any Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, these are Sleight of Hand. So I don't know if you can see. There's going to be so much sleight of hand on this table that it's going to be overwhelming with sleight of hand. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cover each poison counter with a sleight of hand. Okay, and then we're going to try and make the poison counters jump from corner to corner. Okay, so it's going to happen pretty quick. So don't blink. So here's one. Ready? And then here's a second one. And then here's a third one. And all four are now over there. And that, my friends, is a coin matrix using Pokemon poison counters and Magic the Gathering cards. I will assure you that nobody else has ever done that. I'm sure. I could imagine somebody doing that with Pokemon cards and Pokemon poison counters, but certainly not with Magic the Gathering cards. Thank you, Kylie, for the claps. Felden Kane, Chris MG, E-Room, GipsonLens, Kyo Demon. All right, so I will do another proper trick with Magic the Gathering cards. Because that one's a little short and honestly didn't really do that much with the cards. So let me see here. Let me do a random one as well. Let's see what we get. Let's spin the wheel. Okay. Oil and water. I often do this with Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, should we do it slightly differently? So I usually use mountains and swamps just because it's like red and black. But we should spice it up today because it's almost Christmas. And so instead, we should use mountains and forests because green and red, because holiday colors. Well, specifically Christmas colors, I guess. But okay, so here we have 4 mountains, and they all have this red fire swirl at the bottom for anybody who doesn't play Magic the Gathering. And then over here we have 4 forests, and they have this green tree. Hopefully at a glance you don't mix them up. Red, green. Alright, so I'm going to leave these face down over here. And then I'm going to grab these. And what happens when you try and mix red and green together? Well, in Magic you'll get a particular guild called Gruul. Gruul. So we're going to try and make a Gruul deck. So red and green. Or sorry, green and red. Oh yeah, green was first. So we'll do it again. Green and red. Green, red, green, and red. Now, let's pretend we were trying to make a Gruul deck, but we were like, man, you always get mana clumps of green when you need red, red when you need green. So like if I show you at the bottom, there's a forest at the bottom, and over here we have a mountain at the top, but actually all of the mountains clumped up at the top. And when you have a multicolored deck, you want to have them kind of interspersed equally, because if we take a look, all of the mountains are now at the top, and all of the forests are at the bottom. I know, that's super weird. You're like, okay, maybe that was just like one game, right? There's just one game. All right, this time it's gonna work out, okay? And so you shuffle up the deck, and you're like, okay, maybe instead of having maybe you need a mountain first, right? And so here, put down a mountain. There is a forest. Here's a mountain. Here's a forest. Here's a mountain, forest, mountain, forest. Demon says, werewolf is my green-red, lol, excellent. So Demon does have a Gruul werewolf deck. But you can't really always avoid it unless you have, lands that create multiple color. Because sometimes you can't help the fact that maybe all of the mountains will get clumped up here at the top of the deck. And over here on the bottom of the deck, the forests get clumped up. No, says Demon. And you know what? Maybe you're like, okay, let me just practice with the deck just for a little bit. And so you're like, let me just see if I can just intermix some cards. So look, I'm definitely putting a forest, a green forest amongst the red mountains, and a red mountain amongst the green forests. But when you go and do a practice hand, you find yourself only having one color because over here it's a mountain, 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 and over here it's a forest, 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 forest. What? Okay, so now let me go ahead and place the forest over here, and let me just go ahead and... Don't mana block me! Yeah, I think the way that Demon said that, I just want... Don't mana block me, bro. Let me place 2 mountains on top of 2 forests, 2 forests on top of 2 mountains. Certainly they are well mixed now, and that there's no possible way that you would get... There's a phrase that we call mana screwed. I mean, that also has another meaning, where you don't get any or you get too many. But now if I show you, you can get mana screwed again. Because this is a mountain and a mountain and a mountain and a mountain. And over here, this is a forest, and a forest, and a forest. And now you're like, okay, this is getting ridiculous, but oftentimes you're thinking, hey, I shouldn't look at the cards face up. That will maybe I can kind of control the cards, especially me. I'm a magician, right? So we're going to go ahead and take this forest, place it into the mountains over here, taking this mountain, placing it in amongst these forests, and let's just go ahead and deal out the cards again, and of course you're going to get mana screwed because look, forest, 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 and then over here, mountain, 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 all over here. And that, my friends, is Christmas Magic the Gathering mana screw? Look, I just do the tricks. I'm not a good... I don't name the tricks. That's they just come to me. Demon says, and I lost the game, duh, lol. Felon Kane, thank you kindly for the claps. Demon, E-Room. Lindsay Harvey, welcome in. Dude, my friend, that trick was lit, and at the bar, you were a hit because right here from where I sit, crazy A's and you're the shit. That's... Thank you, Lindsay Harvey, for that rhyme. For that, right? Hold on, let me... Dude, my friend, that trick was lit, and at the bar you were a hit. Because right here from where I sit, crazy Asian, you're the shit. Alright, how's that? Was that good? It's good enough, right? Thank you kindly for the claps. Demon, Lindsay Harvey, clip it! Bars! Yeah. Man, anyone can clip it. Yeah, I believe I just have people who are just like followers that can clip. So almost anyone can clip. I think randos, I don't let randos clip, but I think if you've been following me for more than like 15 minutes, you should be able to clip. Something like that. But yeah. So lately I've been able to go through some of my streams and clip some stuff. So I might, if nobody else does it, I may go back if you guys want. Most of my clips or highlights from last stream I also dropped in the Discord. So by the way, if anybody wants to I totally spelled Discord wrong. Discord. There we go. Don't read what I said the first time. Lindsay Harvey, thank you for the magic rap clip. All right. Lindsay Harvey, is that what they called you in high school, or uh, to fill everybody else in? Lindsay Harvey often comes in and says that's what they called me in high school or whatever. After I said GipsonLens, my mod is giving me the bad spray. uh, I'm misbehaving, guys. I'm misbehaving on my own stream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Praise be unto the God Chawazi. All right. Um. Okay. So let's go ahead and. Oh man, I haven't. Okay. There's something that I said as. Oh wait. Let me see if I can. Hmm. Hold on. I'm trying to improvise a trick right now. Let me see if this works. Let me see if I can even do this. Oh no no, it's certainly not doable. Certainly not. Sorry, I am. This is too ridiculous. Okay. All right. Okay. We're gonna. Okay, this may not work. This may give away how a trick is done. But you know what? It's gonna be worth it. Okay. So we're gonna do a version of this. All right, guys. I'm going to continue using Magic the Gathering cards for a moment, but um, you know how in Magic the Gathering there are some creature types that, and there's a creature type that has somehow infiltrated. You're the best, says Q Demon. Thanks, Q Demon. Greatly appreciate it. Um, so here's what I want to show you. Okay, look, we've got one, two, three, four Magic the Gathering cards. Now, I can tell you that these are lands, but you won't be able to see them because they've been infiltrated by a creature who has gotten a certain kind of creature type. And you know what? That creature is a gingerbread man. See? So you're gonna try and catch the gingerbread man. I'm sorry. Is it the gingerbread or the pancake man? I mean, I guess that was a gingerbread man. All right. So anyway, but if we try and take a look at any of the other lands, we also still see the gingerbread man there. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That should not happen. That's a little bit bizarre. Um, but over here, certainly there can't be another gingerbread man. Where the hell is he coming from? Okay, and so now we're just going to go ahead and try and find the gingerbread man because, hold on, let me see. All right, guys, can you find where the gingerbread man is? Because if anybody is on desktop, feel free to click directly on one of these. And okay, so it looks as though the gingerbread man could be here. So that's a guess. All right, well, good thing somebody guessed here because now if I show you, let's start on this side. This is indeed a forest. Oh, ad break. My apologies. Um, over here, this is indeed a mountain. Over here, this is indeed the forest. Okay, well, there's only one more chance to catch the gingerbread man. But as it turns out, it's the only card left. So therefore, the gingerbread man must be here, correct? Oh, no. there's no gingerbread man. And you know why? You can't catch the gingerbread man because he must be related to the pancake man. So, and there you have it, my friends. You can't choose the gingerbread man. Um, Actually, if you were wondering where he was, I don't know if you can kind of see uh, back here on the shelf over here. He's just like, there he is. He's just right there. There he is. He was just hiding back in the shelf over there. What a douchebag. Thank you, Kelly, for the claps. Kyo Demon, GipsonLens. All right, that I'm gonna say I will admit that was an unusual version of that trick. I was actually thinking, oh man, should I do something interesting? Cause like the thought that crossed my mind because I was using some Pokemon stuff earlier is, what if you just trolled like? So what if you just backed an entire Pokemon deck with Magic the Gathering cards? Because then you could do something. Ginger Brute is an actual Magic card. No way. Hold on. Let me see. I have to see. Ginger Brute. All right. It's a food golem. Oh, it is a food golem. 1/1 haste. Okay. Ginger Brute can't be blocked except okay. Sacrifice. You gain 3 life. Okay. Because you eat him, right? So, oh Lord, you don't know. Well, so here's the thing. I like Magic the Gathering, but I haven't been like up to date with Magic the Gathering for years. I have a bunch of current like product that is unopened. So, and actually I have a bunch of slightly older, not current product that is unopened. Um, Another idea I had was if I wanted to monetize, get the FF7 cards. I have some FF7 cards. Oh yeah. Also, no one can keep up with Magic anymore. Yeah, yeah. Nobody can keep up with Magic. All right. So hold on, just to give you guys the idea I was thinking. It's like, hey, look, here's 4 Magic the Gathering cards. But then it's like I show you. Oh no, no, no. Actually, I'm playing Pokemon. See, look, that's a Pokemon card. And so I could do the exact same. Too many cards released each year. And so I basically do that trick, except instead of what I did, I use the Pokemon card instead. So it makes perfect sense to me. um, Hold on, I did do some Magic with some Final Fantasy. I haven't opened. Oh, so this might be a good time to show you guys the thing. Wait, what? Wait. Kyo Demon, did you know that Final Fantasy Magic? I mean, you must knew that. So, all right. So first order of business. Um, let me. Oh wait, did I put the cards over here somewhere? Well, I can show you this. So not last stream, but like several streams ago, I opened up the Final Fantasy starter kit for Magic the Gathering. But let's show you what other products I have. I did purchase a Final Fantasy Commander deck. So I love EDH. I've been playing Magic so long that I played Commander before it was called Commander. It was called EDH, which is Elder Dragon Highlander, based on Highlander. But this one is the Terra deck, right? So, and then I also purchased and this was the big money right here, a Magic the Gathering Play Booster Box. This is completely sealed right now, but I was thinking at some point I would open some of these, probably on stream. So that would be the plan. Yeah, let me just see. I don't remember where I put the other Magic the Gathering decks that I've already opened. I feel like it should be over here somewhere. Wait, is it in here? Please hold. Nope, that's not it. This is a different card game. If anybody has heard of Android Netrunner, this is the successor's demo deck. Nope, this is UFS, or Universes, used to be called UFS. That's when I learned how to play it. Actually, fun story, if I never played the card game Universal Fighting System, aka UFS, I would have never met my current wife. She never played the game though. It's kind of a weird, butterfly effect thing. um, Beth kind of sort of welcome man. How's it going? I remember when Magic kept to its own IP. Yeah, I remember those days too. Um, Keo Demon says, I keep pushing Commander away. Is it good? All right, Keo Demon, I'm going to let you in on my personal opinion about Commander. I love the Commander format, but if you don't have a casual play group to play with, it's probably not going to be that much fun. The whole reason why I used to love playing Commander, I'm locked in, is that it was a casual format. I guess it's way more competitive now. But if you play any sort of competitive Commander, it's really like a lot of stuff and it's really not fair potentially. So I would recommend that if you can play Commander with casual groups of friends that play Magic, you should play. Like, i.e., friends that you can, I don't know if you drink, but friends that you can drink around the table with, make jokes, that kind of thing. I would not go to play in like a Commander tournament, where tryhards are trying to win, because that won't be that much fun. That being said, the deck building for Commander is way crazier than most other decks, or most other formats. The problem being, you used to not be able to find like duplicates for cards that can. So you can't have more than one of any particular card except for basic lands in a Commander deck, and you have to have 100 cards in the deck. So that by itself is like a difficult, and to make it like consistent, workable, like you have to have like 30 lands or something. 33 is, I guess, what they recommend. 33, 36, but Keo Demon says not fair. Welcome to D&D and MTG. Yep. And GipsonLens says it's still as casual as you want it to be. Commander tournaments aren't a big thing. Yeah, Commander, like the ones that I've seen for Commander tournaments is like kind of crazy. But you know what? We're talking about it, and there's currently no tricks in the queue. I mean, there's one, but I technically just did it. So if anybody wants to see any more Magic, feel free to request. But this is a perfect excuse for me to open up this Commander deck. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do an unboxing right now. So this is the Terra Revival Trance deck. It is red, white, and black. And I forget how I used to like to open these, because I like to try and keep the box nice just in case I want to do something with it. But I'm just gonna pop open the bottom here. Let's go, says Keo Demon. All right. Also, for commander decks, so how you create the deck is you grab a legendary creature. For a lot of these pre-constructed decks, you are automatically given a creature or two in the deck, and you can choose which one. But the color identity, which is, oh, this is actually not a card. This is a thing. So yeah, here's the 100 card deck. They'll usually give you a how to play or how to pilot the deck kind of thing. And then what's this? Oh, this is a collector's booster sampler pack. And I guess there's going to be some tokens that they built into here. So I can punch these out. These are kind of like cheap paper tokens. I have dice. I really much prefer dice, but alright, so we're not going to worry about those. And so let's go ahead and open the cards over here. Keo Demon says, not red, white, and blue? Nah. Make Magic great again. That's, sorry, make Magic, yeah. MMGA. No, that's... I'm sure that people at Wizards of the Coast would love to do that, but I don't know if Hasbro, the company who owns Wizards of the Coast, wants to do that. Oh, here, this card explains popular Magic the Gathering formats. Ta-da! Standard, Booster Draft, and Commander. There you go. Then we have some... oh, looks like this deck is going to be using Moogle tokens. So these are not cards that go in the deck. They're just cards to represent things that get created from cards. And then on the backs, there's a treasure, there's a copy, and treasure. So These actually feel nicer than your typical Magic the Gathering card. Okay, so, oh, there's more tokens here. The Blackjack, guys, I have the Blackjack in Magic the Gathering. It's a token, though, I think, but because it's not a regular back. All right, but I could do some shenanigan Blackjack. All right, so here's Terra, of course. Here's Celeste. Okay, so Celeste is another character from the same Final Fantasy game? Oh, no, Final Fantasy. I forget if she's in from 4 or 6. Okay, so either one of these two could be the commander for this deck because of color identity. So, Coin of Fate, Cyan, Vengeful Samurai. So, each one of these, there's only one of them in the deck. GipsonLens 6. Okay, excellent. So, okay, so Celeste was in FF6. Okay, excellent. I think it should say which FF game at the bottom. Oh, okay. I forget what. I haven't read all of the FF Square Enix, FF Square Enix. FF6, correct. Yeah, both of them are from 6. Okay. So, full disclosure, I haven't beaten 6. I need to do that. The Falcon airship restored, Interceptor Shadow's Hound. I'm just going to try my best to read these upside down. Rejoin the fight, Shadow Mysterious Assassin, Siegfried Famed Swordsman, Gao Feral Youth, Gogo Mysterious Mime, Sabin Master Monk, a.k.a. Suplex Specialist, Snort, Strago and Realm, Summon Esper, whatever that Esper name is, Umaro, Raging Eel, Bannon, the Returner's Leader, Edgar, Master Machinist, Kefka, Dancing Mad, Locke, Treasure Hunter, Mog, Moogle Warrior, Setzer, Wandering Gambler, the Warring Triad, Sun Titan. Wait, what? Oh, this actually is Sun Titan. Interesting. I recognize that because it's an older card, but reprinted. Tragic Arrogance, Archfiend of Depravity, Reanimate, Rise of the Dark Realms, Sepulchre of Primordial, Combustible Gear Hulk, I think was Flare of the Hatebound, Ruin Grinder, Bed Evil or Bedevil, Legion to Ashes, Priest of Fell Rites, Ruinous Ultimatum, Key to the City, Solemn Simulacrum, and then now we're getting to is this just all lands? Oh no, there's a lot more. This is a land, Battlefield Forge, Cliff Drop Retreat, Desolate Mire, Dragon Skull Summit, Exotic Orchard, Fetid Heath, Foreboding Ruins, Fury Calm, Snarl, Graven Cairns. Um, let's see. Most of these are from FF6. I guess that would make sense if it's from a deck. So if you're buying it because you like Final Fantasy 6, then putting all this stuff. Yeah, I do recognize most of these are from FF6. I haven't beaten it. I've played about I don't know 4 hours, 6 hours maybe of FF6. So not too. Phoenix Down, Laughing Mad, Angel of the Ruins. I do know some of the characters. I actually probably know more of the characters from FF6 only because I played the mobile game Final Fantasy Brave Exvius for a while. And then I also played a Star Trek game, a mobile game for a while, but then I decided these mobile games take a long time and I'm just doing dailies each day and it's kind of useless now. So I kind of almost it didn't quite happen overnight, but within like a couple weeks I basically just stopped playing like gotcha mobile games. So deep down inside, I wonder what happened to my team in Star Trek, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. Oh wow, you do get a lot more land. You know, I used to remember that there would be like 33 basic lands or whatever, but they've changed it up because there's a lot of lands that do a lot of different things now. Oh, but look at these full art plains. Look at that. Beautiful. Full art swamps. Still beautiful. Full art mountains. Boom. There we go. That is the deck. Okay, you know what? Let's open up the Collector's Booster Sampler Pack. I don't know what's worth money, so we're just going to open it. And you know what would be hilarious? If I open it, do a magic trick, and then somebody tells me later, hey, that card's worth like $200. And I'm like, all right, I did a magic trick with it. Okay, here we go. Pulling out the Sampler Collector's Pack, we have the insert card, and we've got Tifa Martial Artist foil, full art, it looks like. Yeah, there's some good dual lands. Yeah, awesome. And then the next one, Mog Moogle Warrior, also full art, not foil though. So I guess if anything, that might be it. Oh yeah, the problem with foil cards is that they are a little bit bent compared to, but oh well. Okay, so let's go ahead and man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just take the foil cards out for the purposes of just doing like a trick. Okay, let's see. What can I do? Let me grab like the non-land half. There are a lot of lands here though. It's like half, more than half the deck. Wait. Yeah, are these all lands? I mean, that's a lot of lands, but like I certainly wouldn't put this many. Oh no, there's artifacts in here, that's why. Oh no, yeah, that's right. They were intermixed. I just don't know why. Okay, lands. Here we go. Okay. So this is probably as close to a like a 52 or a 60 card deck we will get. All right. Um, Once again, reminder: if anybody wants to see any more Magic, you can request it. I'm going to be doing some Magic, probably with Magic the Gathering cards right now, with this brand new deck that we just opened. Every card is unique. There's nothing in here because the basic lands are in this pile. So here we go. I don't know if anybody is getting a little bit like, oh my god, he just riffle shuffled these Magic the Gathering cards. If that's the case, please give me some Power 9 and I will riffle shuffle them for you. Okay, alright, so. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me see, is there any, hold on, I just need to find, is there anybody with Landwalk in here? That would be hilarious. Uh, okay, we're gonna use the Archfiend of Depravity because it has flying. Oh no, we're gonna use the Warring Triad because it has flying, trample, and haste. Okay, alright, here we go. As we just saw, every card is unique, except for the basic lands that are not over here. I'm going to go ahead and place the Warring Triad. Oh yeah, that's upside down for you guys, but I need it to be upside down so that when I turn the card over here. I'm going to place the Warring Triad into the middle of the deck. Say, I don't know, right about like there. Okay. Now if I snap, that will bring the Warring Triad up to the top. Because if I show you, here's the Warring Triad. There's only one of them in the deck. But look, I'm going to put them back in the middle of the deck. And now if we snap, that should bring the Warring Triad back up to the top. I know, super weird. But look, I'm going to go ahead and put the Warring Triad back into the middle of the deck. And importantly, if I just show you the one that's on the top, that's not the Warring Triad. That's like a red card. But look, if I snap, that will bring the Warring Triad from the middle back up to the top, because look, there's the Warring Triad. Let's see. So if we go ahead and leave the Warring Triad sticking out, you could have signed the Warring... I mean, I'm not going to let people sign Magic cards. And put the Warring Triad here, put the Warring Triad pack in here. Some people think I hide the Warring Triad on the top. Some people think I hide the Warring Triad on the bottom. But look, if I snap, that will actually bring the Warring Triad back up to the top. And that is a trick with a Magic the Gathering deck. And we just opened it. Okay, let me see. Can we make a party? A party of 4 characters. Okay, I know Gao and Mog. Locke, right? Kefka's the bad guy. I think we'll have to use... oh, Sabin, of course. Okay. Sapphire Stern, welcome in. Good morning. How are you doing? We were just doing some Magic the Gathering magic. So, all right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, Kyo Demon, and Sapphire Stern. All right. So, here we have... I'm going to show you these 4 characters. So, Sabin, the Master Monk. So, Sabin, Locke, Treasure Hunter, Gao, Feral Youth, and Mog, Moogle Warrior. Okay, so these 4 are going to make a party. I forget who do we encounter first? Is it Mog? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take everybody and place them face down, except for Mog. I'm going to leave Mog over here. And what we will do is we're going to go ahead and place everybody else out here, and we're going to try and get everybody to collect down with Mog by the end of the trick. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cover each party member with 3 cards. So boom, 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 and boom. Square up. Okay, so let's go ahead and encounter the first party member, and the party member joins our party. So before, we knew Mog was here. So there's Mog, but actually that's some other card. That's some other card. But we just found Gao. So Gao just jumped from over there to over here, because now if we take a look, there's no Gao over here. These are not Gao and none of those other party members. We encounter our second party member, and they join our party. Because now if I show you, well, Mog is here, right? And then this was not a party member. And we knew Gao was there. But now Locke has joined our party. So now we have Mog, Gao, and Locke. Because now if we take a look, Locke is no longer here, and neither is Sabin. But of course, we're going to need to grab Sabin as well. So here you go. Sabin's going to join in. Because now if you take a look, here is Sabin. Here is Locke. Here's Gao. And here is Mog. Now, you might be suspecting some kind of sleight of hand. And to that I would say, you're watching a sleight of hand stream. Magic the Gathering. This is probably one of the weird combinations. But look, Mog is going to do something pretty magical. Okay, so look, I'm going to place Mog into this packet. And we'll just show you that right now Mog is not here. Okay. But all I have to do is we're going to call Mog back to the party. 1, 2, and I don't know if you saw, but look, there's now 4 cards over here. And here's Sabin. Here's Locke. And there is Mog and Gao. And none of these are those 4 characters. And that, my friends, is a Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy themed trick. So let's see, we did a couple. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm just going to update my statistics for myself. So you might see some things pop up in the list and go away right away because those are the tricks that I did. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, Sapphire Stern, Keo Demon. Thank you guys so much. And we got to open up a new deck today. That's exciting. Can you believe I've had this deck for probably about a month and I didn't open it? So, but yeah. So anyway, I've got to find out where I put my other Final Fantasy decks, and then I'm gonna join them. I mean, I'm not gonna like mix up the decks quite yet. I might make a Final Fantasy themed deck, but probably after I open the booster box. Or I can open a booster pack like on stream or like for a YouTube video or something. So we could do that too. But there we have it. Man, we had so many card redeems today. We had a premium deck of cards. We had Magic the Gathering cards. We had clear plastic cards. We had like everything. So awesome. Oh yeah, they give you a little deck box. These are not great. These are made out of like paper stock. So it'll probably do in a pinch, but I have like nice deck boxes and sometimes you want them to be sleeved. I think this could house a sleeved deck, but then it's like, well, it's a sleeved deck in a paper box. So I don't know. I used to put my cards around rubber. I used to use rubber bands around the cards, and that because the rubber bands would sometimes melt or get old or snap or just fray, just where you put them. Like, yeah, rubber bands are a bad idea. But so this is better than that. Okay, so I know that we did the coin matrix earlier, but we didn't do the full version. So let's go ahead and do that. Can confirm rubber bands melt. Yes. Yes, anybody who has used rubber bands to store cards, you probably experienced the melting of rubber bands, and then they stick to the cards that were on the outside. And if they weren't sleeved, which, you know, you don't want to put rubber bands on sleeved cards because then it'll bend the sleeves like where the rubber band is on the. It's this whole thing. So, all right. Okay, so we've got 4 coins, 4 cards. We will cover each coin with a card, make them jump from corner to corner. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we have it. Then we have the cardless version. And so, once again, placing these back into the rectangle. Now, no cards as cover, using just my hands. Sorry, there's a lot less snapping now. I mean, clicking. And we've got 1, 2, 3 over here, 1 over there. go. And finishing with the finale. We'll do that, and then this, and 1, 2, 3. There we go. And that, my friends, is the coin matrix and the cardless coin matrix. So let's see here. Coin matrix, cardless coin matrix. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Sapphire Stern, Felden Kane. All right. Next up, I see a request from Sapphire Stern. Thank you for the request. This is called McDonald's Aces or Dream of Aces. All right. So now you can see a version of the ace assembly trick, but instead of using Magic the Gathering cards, it will be with with cards, like regular cards. Okay. All right. So, sorry, I thought I heard maybe something with my kid, but no, she's okay. She's good. Okay. All right. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and grab cards, and we are going to need, so this has many names. It's called McDonald's Aces or Dream of Aces or Grandpa's Aces, but at the end of the day, we're going to need all the aces. Let me just go ahead and find them right there. Okay, so here we've got all 4 aces, and what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and leave all of the aces separated out like this. And what we're going to do is we will go ahead and cover each ace with 3 cards, like this and like this. Okay, so here we go. We'll go ahead and turn the ace of spades face down, square those up. All right, first things first. Here we have the ace of hearts. You can still see that it is here, but all I need to do is grab it and place it down here. Durkee Blaine, welcome in. How's it going? And thank you so much for the lurk. But now if I show you, there's actually no ace of hearts over here, because now there's no ace of hearts over here. And now here, what we have here is the ace of clubs. And let me just go ahead and put it into this packet. At this point, you'll still be able to see the ace of clubs here, right? But actually, all I have to do, I don't know if you saw, but the ace of clubs isn't here anymore, because now if I show you, we have the 6 of clubs, and there's no aces anymore. And now this last one, this one, you can still see right here up until it's gone away. And none of these are aces, because down here, well, we knew that the ace of spades was here, but you may not have known that the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, and the ace of diamonds also traveled down there. And that, my friends, is McDonald's aces, Grandpa's aces, Dream of Aces, all of the aces. thank you kindly for the claps. Sapphire Stern, Felden Kane, and also thank you kindly for the claps. Sapphire Stern, Felden Kane, and E-Room from last. I forgot if I said thank you for those as well. Thank you kindly. Just in time for the ad break. Let me know when back. All right. Cool. So, um, so this week is going to be fun because it's Christmas week, and I'm seriously thinking about streaming on Christmas night. So, uh, if you see me go live on Christmas night, you obviously will know that I'll be here. So if you guys are not doing anything Christmas night and you need somebody to hang out with, I might be on. So we shall see. I'm gonna be doing stuff during the day with the family and stuff, but we're not really. There's no extended family. We're not like nobody's staying over at our house. We're not gonna stay over at anybody else's house. So basically, at the end of the night, we're just coming back here, and then it's gonna be usual bedtime. So even if we stay up like an extra hour or whatever, like I want to be like up by myself by 9 p.m. So Keo Demon says streaming on my birthday. I'll be there. Wait, when's your birthday, Keo Demon? Is your birthday Christmas Day? Because I have many sympathies for people who have birthdays around holidays and certainly on Christmas. Yep. Oh, Keo Demon. So I don't know if, as you were growing up as a kid, your friends were like, "Here, I'm gonna give you a birthday gift, and it's your Christmas gift too." And it's like, oh, you feel so cheated that you only get the one gift. When if you just had a slightly separate birthday, you would probably get a second gift. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Happy Merry Birthmas. Yep. That it's unfortunate that it happens sometimes. So I actually know some people who also have like birthdays around like Valentine's Day. So for example, this couple I once knew, I don't know if they're still together actually, but the girl's birthday was on Valentine's Day, so the guy would just get one gift. It's like it's an extra big gift for Valentine's Day and your birthday, honey. And maybe if they aren't together, maybe I now know why they're no longer together. uh, uh, all right. Let's see here. All right, Q Demon. I'm gonna try and see if I can. So I may not be able to hang out in your stream depending on what time you're streaming, but I will most certainly try and lurk in there. So I'll be like, all right, is Q Demon on? All right, get in there. You good, lol. Thanks, Q Demon. All right. Um. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a last call. If anybody wants to see any more magic, now's a good time to request. I will also, if nobody does, I will still put in a finale trick. Um, not exactly sure how I want to end the stream tonight, but let me see here. I think I want to do this one. I know I did last week. I did Picasso Aces. So yeah, let's do that. But then we will find somebody to raid, which, by the way, I embarrassingly don't really know how to use the Twitch mobile app because I only use Twitch basically um, on my computer. So during one of the Hold on, let me mute myself. So during one of my what was it? I think it was the U-Beat stream the other day. I rated it out to a channel that I thought was live. It was not live. I just saw like a highlight, and I'm like, oh look, they're live. Nope. I just don't understand how to use the Twitch app. Yeah, lol lol lol. Oops, it happens. Oh yeah, so the trick I want to do for the finale, let's do. Oh whoops. I just shouted out somebody named Dazed. Sorry. Actually, are they live? Is that even a user that streams? No, unfortunately not. But it's it's a real user. Sorry, I meant to put the trick Dazed into the list. All right, Dazed hasn't streamed recently. All right. Oops. I guess I don't even know how to use regular Twitch. Okay, I'm just taking a quick let me take a quick glance at who's on. There's a lot of choices, I think. Huh. I forgot how we discovered this person. Okay. Sorry, I'm still looking. Okay. All right. I got a couple ideas. All right, I don't see any other requests, so let's go ahead and do our outro. Then we can do the finale trick, and then we can raid out. All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for helping me explore my new decor and storage solution behind me. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. Thank you to everybody who interacted with stream, whether you requested a trick, chatted in chat, did a sound alert, clicked on the heat map, chose a card, any of those things. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun for me. Thank you to all the lurkers out there, because magic is one of those rare art forms where if I'm practicing magic at home, there's no magic happening. Magic has to happen in your mind. Also, if anybody was concerned that this was black magic or sorcery or deals with the devil, I mean, you're welcome to think that, but sleight of hand, best cover story ever, i.e., if the feds come to ask you, it's sleight of hand. Okay, shh. I don't want to get dissected. But anyway, yes, best cover story ever. Thank you to our mods today. If you're not already following our mods, give our friends and mod Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan is also a streamer. Chan is another magician who also streams magic on Magic Mondays. If you catch him other times, he's playing retro games, community games, Grand Theft Auto. So definitely give him a follow. And if you're not following our friend and mod GipsonLens, please give GipsonLens a follow. Pianist, composer, released his first album earlier this year. Software developer at Double Fine Games. So if you have not played Keeper, I do recommend Keeper. I had a fun experience. That is available as a VOD, I think, right now still. It will fall off retention eventually, but it's going to be on my VOD channel on YouTube. So if anybody wants to, let me just see here. VODs? Okay. So that, I think it's over there now. Also, if anybody wants to see more of me and I'm not around, definitely check out my YouTube channel. I have over 300 magic tricks and a few other things as well. And if you want to see when I'm going live, please come join the Discord. I post just random things in there, but if you want to get a hold of me, that's probably the most convenient way. So, all right. And with that, oh yeah, let me close the queue, and then let's let's go ahead and perform the finale trick. All right, everybody, let's see a finale trick. All right, so in Santa's workshop, uh, we found some mysterious cards. So if we set aside the Six of Diamonds and the Queen of Clubs, we see that these cards may look normal from the back. But this pack of cards is nowhere close to being normal. Because if we look at them from the other side, you'll see that they have backs on both sides. They all have backs on both sides, except for this one strange card. This one is blank. So if I just go ahead and I show you that we've got these cards that have double backs, they have a strange property because up in Santa's workshop there are some magical items or artifacts. And look, if I go ahead and use this packet of cards like a mirror, it somehow treats itself like a mirror. Because look, if I just hover it over the Six of Diamonds, I don't know if you can tell, actually, all of the cards become Six of Diamonds. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? But if we just take these and we hover them over the Queen of Clubs, like so, I don't know if you can tell, but actually all of the cards have now become Queens of Clubs. That's very strange, right? Now, you can still see that they do have the Queens of Clubs property on them, but it's not going to get really weird, if it isn't already weird to you now, until I flip over the blank card and the blank side is face up. Because now when I show you, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blank cards. And some people are like, hey, let me see the backs of those cards. And to that I would say, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that, my friends, I will call a successful finale for tonight. All right. Whew. And we can call that a successful stream. And now we have to commit to finding somebody to raid. Thank you kindly for the claps, Sapphire Stern. Thank you for the hearts, GipsonLens. Thank you kindly for the claps, Felden Kane. Let me see here. Ooh. Is there somebody that I did not... I feel like we've raided this person before, but... Oh no, maybe I was just in somebody else's raid. Okay, there's somebody we may have to raid. Hold on, let me see how long they've been going. Okay, he's been going for 3 hours. Alright, but that's okay. Sapphire Stern says, thanks for the stream and the cool magic. Well, thank you for stopping in, Sapphire Stern, and hopefully you have a good day today. And thank you for stopping in, everybody. GipsonLens, Sapphire Stern, Felden Kane, E-Room, Keo Demon, Charlie's Beats. Alright, thank you guys. Let's go ahead and raid our friend today, Davis Deli. So if anybody would like to copy a raid call, here's a raid call. Here's a sub-raid call. So we'll be raiding Davis Deli. So I'm going to start the raid. Davis Deli here. Davis Deli, musician, guitarist. So right now it looks like he's doing Chill Sunday acoustic stream with acoustic guitar, acoustic classical guitar. So I'm not a musician, but I own a few guitars. So All right. Chris MU says, I got tacos with Davis and Rob. Great guy. Awesome. That's great. Guys, if you're not following our friend Chris MU, please give Chris MU a follow. Chris MU, the host of the Clip MU show, and also has been a supporter of the stream here. Also loves magic. I think Chris MU has told me that he's been to the Magic Castle in LA. So, but also if you like magic but the different kind, Disney, definitely give Chris MU a follow because Chris MU's YouTube channel is Everyday Magic, which is talking about the magic of Disney World, Disney World. I don't remember. See, I still don't know the difference. Whichever one is over there. All right, guys. I think that's it. So Disneyland. That's it. All right. Okay, everybody. Uh, everybody, take care. Great to see you all. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch. Remember to get good sleep because, as we all know, it's really hard to get good sleep nowadays. So great seeing you. Definitely try and catch me if I pop up during the week because that might happen this week. So usually at night. Okay, take care. Good seeing you. All right, bye.